And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OOC as we have returned with the grand finals of the PiGosaur Monday number 17. Again, your weekly dose of PiGosaur Monday action. Here we go. It is going to be a PvP and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostland. We have the underdog himself. He just took down Solar, and now can he take down his current opponent? Doesn't get easier from here. The pressure is on for the land of Poland. Representing Streamer Zone, it is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player. We have the red Protoss from South Korea representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. The number 1 seed of the tournament. Can he be brought down? We're here to find out. If you're in the chat, you know what time it is. Say it together. Gamba time, papi. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat. Coming into this, herO is the favorite player. But alas, Gerald has fought hard to make it this far. Can he cause another upset? I want to believe he can. Probe gets sent out across the map. Does avoid the main scouting probe. And will be hiding a pylon across the map as well. Let's go. Pylon is going to be hidden. herO does dip into the mineral line. Is looking for the pylon himself. And he won't find us as it's going to be proxied elsewhere. And of course, herO will confirm. Will confirm the pylon is missing, as Gerald will soon throw it down. Oh. What? What? Why is there a mushroom here? I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, it's just like some mushrooms. Okay, it's just interesting. Yeah, I just realized they're kind of scattered throughout. Okay, sure. I guess. Alien planet, whatever. For now, there was a Ligan to get open out of Gerald. And again, Gerald, his pylon is missing. Here he knows there's nowhere to be found. And we are going for a proxy Stargate next to the mushroom. Let's go. Proxy Stargate into Oracle. This is not an all-in. As a reminder, this is not an all-in. This is only to get economic damage. Oracle into the mineral line, into some probe damage. Meanwhile, herO playing it very safe, opening up Robo. This is designed to shut down an all-in. So a very safe play out of herO. Now, what I should emphasize is that because herO is opening up very defensively, once he realizes that there's nothing coming his way, that there's no all-in coming his way, he can turn this defense into an offense and build up his own immortal count and commit across the map. So that is going to be a potential response by herO. Once he recognizes what's going on, Oracle's on the way. Fungus is everywhere. I guess so. I would have thought that this wouldn't be the climate for it, but I mean, I guess yeah, it's every like once you take a closer look, it's all over the place. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ah. There's giant blue mushrooms even. Okay, sure. Meanwhile, here comes the Oracle diving into the main. Back at home, there's a shield battery ready, Stalk's in position, and herO, he will shut this down. And the first immortal does pop out. And this is what I was worried about. First, the Oracle does no damage, checks there is no expansion, and here comes War Prism. Here comes the counterattack. Gerald is making a Phoenix, making use of that Stargate. Back at home, throwing down his own third gateway. Gerald, he does not expand, not yet, but he's about to. He has the money for it. There it is, Nexus on the way. And herO is going to be committing. Oh boy. Cold, dark, and damp. Is this place damp though? I don't know. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you don't often see mushrooms in the snow. Like this is freezing. This is not just damp, you know. But they could just be special alien mushrooms. It's fine. It's fine. Meanwhile, I would have assumed that herO was going to be committing with his War Prism, and he does have the Prism, but what do we see? We see an expansion. So herO, he expands, takes natural, we have a Twilight Council on the way. This tells us that herO is taking even further towards either Blink, Charge, or Glaives. Personally, I am leaning towards Glaive Adepts. Immortals and Glaives, they do pair very well into a 2-base all-in, but we'll see what herO does embrace. He could just go for Blink into a standard game, into a macro game instead. Hallucination does confirm the Twilight Council. And speaking of standard game, Blink is on the way. So herO, he's gearing up towards just a standard game state. His expansion is going to be later than his opponent, so he will have a slightly worse economy. That is true. herO is aware. Well, speaking of worse economies, they're leaving out some probes. Yeah, 1, 2 probes going down. 3 probes even. Nice damage here by Gerald. He will escape with all his phoenixes. And we'll keep an eye on herO. Unfortunately, he just wasn't really able to make use of most of this army. The Prism and the Immortal is going to be delayed. Adepts, they keep him pinned back home. As Gerald does commit. Shades into the main. It's going to be a one-way trip. Gets 1, gets 2 probes. Once again, Gerald's maintaining that economic advantage. And here he has to make a choice. Do we throw down extra gateways? For now, only 2 gates set up. Do we throw down a 3rd and 4th? Or do we expand? We have the answer. He's expanding. Okay. So here we're taking a more macro approach here. Just expanding, taking into the base. Gerald, he will confirm the expansion as well. He's aware. And he should respond with his own. Ooh, never mind. Hello there. See, I was focusing on herO. I was expecting an all-in out of herO. Really, my eyes should have been on Geralt, because what do we see? We see a move out. We have how many gates at home? We have 6 gates back at home and a proxy 7th gateway. It's a 2-base all-in. It's a 2-base all-in out of Geralt, not out of herO. Charge is about to finish. And here comes Geralt. He's going to knock down not just a 3rd. His goal here is to break into the natural. Now we have Glaive, so now he's being aggressive, but alas, it's going to be quite late. It's not going to come into play. Geralt just waiting for an extra warp in. Waiting for an extra wave of units. If you recall, I expected it to be an Immortal Glaive all-in on 2 bases, but instead it's going to be on 3. Geralt, he does force a cancel. And herO, can he survive this? He has force fields, true. He has a couple of shield batteries. Army dives in, lifts up the Immortal. Oh my god, lifts up everything. And Geralt, he's snubbling out of control. He breaks through the defensive line. Takes down the sentries, the Immortal. There's almost nothing left. And Geralt, he's done it. He's broken the back of herO. I mean, hey, he took down Solar earlier, and he's going to take a lead here against the #1 seed, Pappy. Oh my god. Stalker's wasted their DPS on the pylon. They need to push forward. There's just some wasted DPS here, but regardless, he should still break through. Reinforcements have arrived. Gets into the middle line. Probe's going to be going down, and Geralt, he has broken his opponents. There's almost nothing left here to defend. There's a handful of Stalkers, but herO, he's huffing some copium, Pappy. The copium is real. Zells, they charge into the main. Natural is forfeits. Geralt, he responds. Glaive's about to finish, but it's too late. It's too late for Glaives. Too little too late at this point. As herO will be able to focus on the expansion. Does go for the Nexus. And herO, Geralt, he doesn't have to push in. Doesn't have to push up the ramp. Doesn't have to commit. Just backing up, waiting for more warp-ins. Stalker's now on the way. Blink is almost done. Now Geralt takes the 3rd base. Now he does expand. And he just dives in once again. And again, herO just had no idea that there was an all-in coming his way. GG gets called, and Geralt, he will take a lead. Will take game #1. Whew. GG. Will take a lead in the series. Again, Geralt committing to a 2-base all-in with 7 gateways. Our attention was on herO because I expected him to be the aggressor, but that was not the case. herO, he went for a more standard setup, a standard opener. He did miss the proxy. He also did not scout the natural, did not see the lack of gases, lack of 3rd base. herO was caught completely off guard. GG. GG, well played. Geralt takes the lead, and we'll see if he can extend that lead or if herO will bounce back, as we're loading into game #2. We're going to be loading into Whispers of Gold. Let's go. Let us go. Alright, getting into Whispers. And we'll see. We'll see here if Geralt can keep this going. Or if herO can bounce back. we go. And again, a lot of this did just come down to the builds. A lot of it did just come down to the builds of choice from our players. Of course, lack of scouting as well, true. But here we go, we're jumping into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Wizards of Gold, we have the Polish Protoss player leading the series 1-0. Not bad. Can he maintain that lead? Can he extend it? It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player representing Weibo Gaming, WBG, down in the series. But it's a best of 5. We have more games ahead of us. It is herO. I don't believe he can and will bounce back. Here we go. As for now, we are settling in. Going to be settling in. Standard openers, 2-gate opener out of Gerald. We should be seeing a 2-gate opener out of herO as well. We'll see if either player does commit into a proxy. Last game, of course, Gerald did commit into a proxy Stargate. Here on Whispers, we'll see if either one does commit again, as the probe is being sent out. We go. As it looks like once again we will be hiding that pylon. Pylon is hidden towards the top right, and this wouldn't be a bad location for a proxy Stargate once again. I'm not too fond of the idea of going for that same opener 2 games in a row though, so we'll see if he does commit to a Stargate or if he goes for something a little bit different instead. What do you have for us? Show us what you got. As we are waiting for the Cybercore, Cybercore still a couple seconds away. herO, oh my god, going into a very fast expansion. The Greed. herO just going gate into Nexus before the Cybercore, before the first unit. Oh, sorry, it's gate cyber expand, I should emphasize. But still very greedy here by herO. And it is going to be proxy Stargate. Okay, Stargate here out of Gerald. He will be able to get some economic damage. And unfortunately, Gerald, he doesn't know what's going on. Otherwise, a proxy Robo would have been ideal to punish the Greed. Gerald tipping in. Will get eyes on the expansion. He will see that it's almost done already. But a Stargate is not really designed to punish the base. Can punish the economy, sure. Which will help. Adepts are shading across the map. Again, the pressure is on Gerald. Probe gets found. And the probe will fall. As Adepts, they are threatening a shade. A shade towards the main. There is no wall. Mining is denied. And there's a safety shield battery. Safety shield battery is in production. Gerald, he will confirm. And I'm hoping he waits for a second Oracle. For now, just one. Just one Oracle moving out. And Gerald now expanding. At least is denying mining time. Shading him once again. Does commit. He gets one. Gets one. Gets up to two. And not quite three. Yeah, a bit of mission control there by Gerald. He did miss a volley. Just getting 2 probes. Oracle has potential here at the natural, but Last doesn't quite dive in. And so far, herO, he does defend, he does hold, does get away with the more economic start. Gerald gets a revelation. Oh my god, that I was not expecting. Opening up, or following this up with a Twilight Council to blink into a Dark Shrine. Now, thankfully for herO, he has a Robo. So he has a Robo, it's almost done already. Gerald, I believe he has not scouted. Yeah, he's not scouted the tech. Gerald taking a chance, but herO should be fine. Assuming he gets the Observer. And assuming it's a back at home. It is observers on the way. Worst case scenario, he should have a recall to race back. Gerald is going to be expanding, getting his third. Setting up for his third base. herO building up towards +1. More immortals. Has the observer. No Dark Templar yet. Oh, actually, I believe he did cancel. Yeah, it did cancel Dark Shrine. And Gerald, he did see the robo. Yeah, he saw the robo. He believed he couldn't get enough damage with those DTs. So getting a third instead. Setting up more stasis traps. herO does force a response. Shadows of the hallucinated Void Ray. Gerald poking in, triggering the shields. Let's tag the observer. And he's just containing. The goal here is not to push in. Like, he's just containing his opponent, getting his own third up and running, and Gerald will take an economic lead. That's all Gerald wants to do. Just contain. Meanwhile, here he's taking up into Archons. Templar Archives on the way. Throwing down extra gateways. He's up to, what, 5, 6, 7 gates so far. This is looking like a 2-base all-in. Yeah, he's committing. He's committing to a 2-base all-in. We saw Gerald have success with this in the previous game. This is a little bit of a different setup. But same outcome. Mass charge, Immortal and Archon. As here is building up for a massive breakout. Gerald trying to keep up. Getting his own charge army going. Now, the concern that I have here is that, if you notice, Gerald, he has no gases. He has no gases at the third, no gases at the natural. He has a very heavy Zealot composition, and against Archon Zealots, they struggle. They do struggle a lot here against an Archon heavy composition. Assuming that herO does make more Archon. So far, only one. Just the one Archon. He needs more than that, as the Zealots are massing. Building up. Stalkers, they poke in. Zealots from behind. And here comes a surround. Does it collapse on the army? Just the one Archon here to work with. We need more Archons. Yeah, Immortals are getting called out. Getting one. Getting almost two. And they're going to be targeted down as well. No more Immortals. Alas, herO, he will hold. Whew. Does hold on, does save the Archon, gets the second Archon as well. As the Archon count gets higher, Gerald's army is just being outscaled. He's just being outscaled at this point. He could be up 20, 30, 40 army supply with Zealot and it would not matter. Not against Archons. As herO's army is more technical. Gerald trying to build up. Now there's rocks. Then move out. Yeah, Gerald, he's on the run. He has to get the hell out of here. herO, he also has the better upgrades. But even without them, he'll still just be out trading Gerald. Gerald getting desperate, trying to morph in his own Archons. DTs warp in, Archon's on the way. And herO looks like he has done it. He breaks through the defensive line. Boys are being pulled into the charge. That's and here he still has those 3 Immortals as well. He breaks through, takes down the Stalkers, the Archons, the Zealots, everything. And herO is fighting back. He is looking to tie things up and making a series out of this. GG gets called. herO takes game number 2. GG. does take game 2. Again, unfortunately, Gerald, despite containing his opponent, despite building up his economy, we saw that Gerald, he was just, very kind of low on tech. He was just very low on tech. He's just staying on 2 gases only. He was intentionally staying on a just mass zealot composition. If Hero didn't have Archons, then sure, it could work, but again, the Archons, they just had their way with that army. Also, really nice force fields, really nice positional play. GG. GG, well played. Let's go. And with that, we're getting into game 3. Let's go. We have a back and forth. We have a back and forth. That's all we wanted. Thankfully, it's not going to be one-sided in either direction. And now we're getting into game number 3. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss from land of Poland, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. Here we go. As so far we've had Gerald's win with a 2 base all in, then we had herO win with a 2 base all in. So who goes for the 2 base all in this time? Where are we jumping? Where are we headed? Does anyone make the mistake of expanding? Who takes the 3rd? No shot. We're here to find out. As Gerald is moving out with his digital probe scouts. Again, so far 2 games in a row, we've seen Gerald go for a proxy Stargate. Last game was less successful. It just was a lackluster proxy Stargate out of Gerald. But now he's coming in for the scouts, and I mean, after last game, he knows that here he has the potential for just cutting corners and being hyper greedy. Not this time though. 2 gate opener. 2 gate opener out of herO, 2 gate opener out of Gerald. Remember, last game, the reason why herO afforded such a faster Nexus was because he skipped a gateway. He skipped a gateway, was able to get that Nexus up and running. herO, it looks like he's hiding his probe, and it looks like he will go for a fake proxy pylon. Not a real one, it is fake. Now, Gerald, he scouts, and Gerald, he should be aware. He should be counting pylons, and Gerald, he will be aware that the pylon is missing. We should be sending out some probes momentarily here to scout, to check for the proxy. As you can see, Gerald just checking further back in the main to make sure that it isn't hidden in the main base. Oh my, going for his own! Let's go! Cheeky move here out of Gerald. Oh my god, going for the pylon in the main base. herO, it's barely out of vision. And because of the movement of Gerald, he made it look like he was just scouting. So bold move here out of Gerald. With this pylon, we can warp into depths. Adepts straight into the main base of herO. And Adepts, they can one-shot probes, of course. 2 Adepts. 2 Adepts, they can one-shot probes. They can snowball out of control. herO is going to be in trouble here if he doesn't scout this. Oh boy. As herO is going to be the first to expand. You can see Gerald, he's scouting, as we mentioned. He's looking for the pylon, looking for the proxy. Doesn't want to get a caught off guard. Probe does go down. Warp gate's almost halfway done. And Gerald, he sends out a 2nd probe. So 1 probe towards the top side, 2nd probe towards the south. Stalker's moving out as well. Again, he's looking for the proxy. Still hasn't found it because it doesn't really exist. It's forcing some inefficient mining. Oh no! Here he scouts, he confirms, he gets eyes on the pylon. He knows what's going on. Warp gate still not done for Gerald. He needed a couple more seconds, and herO will clean this up. There was so much potential. So much potential. As the pylon goes down. Not like this. Ooh, and Gerald's opening up Twilight Council, I assume for Blink. I mean, may still go into Blink, but no, it is going to be initially a proxy Dark Shrine. Now, once again, it is unfortunate for Gerald because, one, herO actually gets caught out, but herO is opening up Robo. It's going to be a faster Robo here. So Twilight counts with the Robo, which means here he will have detection. His pylon is scouted. And Gerald, he will shut this down. Picking off one Adept and the second Adept as well. Oh, checking the vision here. He did he scattered. He knows. Wow, he barely... I mean, he was only trying to escape these Stalkers, by the way. He wasn't scouting intentionally. But there we go. He does come across the proxy. Is aware. Likewise, collapsing on these Stalkers. Oh, nice force field. Very nice force field. Forces a recall. Gets one. Just the one. And he does force a cancel. So nice scouting here by herO. Again, it was by chance. Does shut down the Dark Shrine. And now Gerald expands. Gerald, he's forced to expand. herO opening up with a War Prism. He's getting up to 3 gates. So 3 gates set up here out of herO. I believe he should have the gateway advantage. Yes, he does have the great gateway advantage here over Gerald. So here he has the larger army. He can push. He can reinforce. And it's going to be a tough hold for Gerald. We'll see if he can save the third or if herO can knock it down. As here comes herO. Gerald, he doesn't spot the move outs. He doesn't see the army. Not until now. Trying to keep up. Pylon under fire. Nice big control so far. Decent force field. Ooh, one Stalker goes down. But now here he has his own force fields. He's ready. Both players have Blink. Catches a sentry. Takes down a sentry, catching a Stalker. Gets one. Depowers the shield battery. And despite the NG overshot, shield battery does nothing. And with that, herO, he's evolving. He is just out trading his opponent. So far, so good. Catching out more Stalkers. And he goes for the dive. He goes for the aggressive Blink. He knows he has momentum. He takes down 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, the Stalkers, they just crumble. They go down one after the other, and here he's done it. He has done it. He has broken the back of Gerald. Again, Gerald just forced to transition. He tried to go for the Dark Shrine, tried to be cheeky, was punished. And Gerald, he just cannot keep up. Again, he was just down in the gateway count the entire time, so he just couldn't keep up with the production of herO. And he never made use of those shield batteries. If you remember, it just was too little too late. herO locking down the army will bleed out the prism. Still better trades for herO. Pushing in, shield battery does help. Gerald trying to hold on. He's trying to maintain himself. Stalkers is just getting far too low, though. He just cannot maintain himself. Down to 3 Stalkers left. Down to 3, now down to 2. Immortal has right, boys are being pulled. And Gerald just cannot hold on, not anymore. He has been broken. And herO will be the first to take a lead in the series. As he was able to call his way back in, GG gets called, and herO, he does take a lead. Will take the advantage here, 2-1. GG. Does take a lead. Again, unfortunately, Gerald, he did fall behind just because he had invested into the Dark Shrine, into the proxy pylon in the main, proxy pylon across the map, resources and investment that just never really came to fruition there, did slow him down, and as a result, he was overwhelmed by the counterattack of herO. herO, he was up a gateway, up in production, up in Stalkers. GG. There's definitely a world where Gerald can defend there at that third base. If you remember, he had shield batteries on the way, but his first shield battery got depowered. Remember, it got depowered really early on, so that was a brutal pick off there, and did lose that shield battery early. And the other two, by the time they finished, I mean, herO had already broken the army as well. So those shield batteries, they just never really impacted the fight as much as Gerald would have liked them to. Otherwise, he could have held on, could have survived, and could have gotten into a longer game, but yeah, the shield batteries were too little too late. GG with that herO. He is 1 game away from becoming our champion this week. I want to believe that Gerald can fight back. I want to believe that he can make it. Well, I mean, he's already made a series out of this, but one more win and he can force the ace match. The pressure's on, though. Pressure is on Gerald. He needs this win here and now for that ace match, and we're going to be loading into one of the newer maps in the map pool, or in the tournament map pool, I should say. Just to reiterate, I don't know if you noticed, but we have not been casting on certain maps today. We haven't been casting on King's Cove, on Abyssal Reef, and on Neon Violet Square. I mean, these maps are usually vetoed anyway, but these maps have been removed from this tournament map pool, and we are featuring TLMC maps instead as a Team Liquid map contest, and one of those maps we're going to be featuring here and now. Let's go. Going to be featuring one of those maps. I believe we should be loading into Starchild. We'll get there. We'll get there. We go. As players, they did need a moment. They didn't need a moment to set up, but here we go. We are going to be loading in, and yes, Starchild is going to be coming up next. I believe the 3 maps added are Starchild, Talisman, and herO. Those are the 3 maps. herO being a much more aggressive map, and Starchild, I believe, is the macro. Yes, is the macro map. Okay, we're good to go. Going to be loading into one of the larger maps in the map pool. I'm ready for it. Again, I do appreciate that we're able to feature some of these TLMC maps that are not a part of the map pool. I'm looking forward to the new TLMC. For those who are unaware, I believe the submission phase of Team Liquid Map Contest, the most recent one, did actually conclude last week. And we will soon be going through the kind of like judging, like the first iteration phase of the judging process as well. I believe in the coming weeks as well. So yeah, a lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to when it comes to the new maps and the new season of StarCraft. But now though, we're jumping in and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Starchild. We have the Polish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. We go. And welcome one and all to Starchild. This is one of the more defendable macro maps in the map pool. As you can see here, there's some interesting quirks to the map itself. On the one hand, there are ramps coming into the natural location, but they're a little bit further out here, and they're a little bit more unusual. You can see here we have just ramp into ramp, so we have a bit of a more awkward engagement location here, pushing up in towards that natural base. But you can knock down these rocks and widen this area and widen this location. Likewise, a bit of a wider map here on the right hand side as well, so multiple entry points towards that natural. Likewise, you can knock down these rocks and also access more entry points here towards the 3rd base and towards the 4th as well. So multiple angles of attack. Initially, these rocks will actually slow things down, but as the game progresses, as the rocks get knocked down, as these paths open up, then there are just multiple avenues, and it can be more difficult to turtle and to defend. So the goal, at least in a standard game, would be to allow you to get up to a 4-base economy relatively securely, but then getting a 5th base and defending and turtling in a later game is going to be more difficult. At least that's the idea here on Starchild. But we're loading into a PvP, and this is not known for standard macro play. This is known for aggression, known for all-ins. Again, we have not seen a standard back-and-forth macro game between these two players at all this series. We haven't seen like 3-base versus 3-base. It has not happened whatsoever. And I don't know if it's going to happen here either, I'll be honest. Not too sure. As it's going to be a 2-gate opener, double Stalker out of herO, Stalker Sentry out of Gerald. We go. So it's herO. I was wondering who was trying to copy his name. No, yeah, it's herO. For those that are curious, there are some players out there that do just add their team tag to their name in-game if they don't have a proper in-game clan. Exclamation mark for not a mana for not having a Team Liquid team in game, because that's why players like Clem and Skillus to have Liquid in front of their name in game. So it's like Liquid Clem or Liquid Skillus, as they don't have the clan tag. So for herO, this was back when he was on Dragon Kaizi Gaming. That's DKZ, Dragon Kaizi Gaming. He's no longer on that team, but it looks like Weibo Gaming aren't enforcing that he changed his name, so it's just left there. Just left there. Meanwhile, herO diving in. Remember, he does have the Stalker advantage. Shield Battery is... Oh my god! Shield Battery does finish up, but is depowered immediately. And Gerald's in a bit of trouble here. Has to repower that Shield Battery. Is forced back. Behind this here is expanding. Going for his Robo. Gerald's going for the Twilight Council. Working towards Blink. Until then, ooh, Force Field's going to be available. Gerald has to be so careful here. As Hallucination is about to run out. Extra Orphans coming in. Here he will back off. Just reinforcing. Adepts have arrived. Immortal production has begun. And again, so far this tournament, we have not seen 3 base versus 3 base. We've seen just, I mean, this finals, I should emphasize, just purely aggression, purely 2 base all-ins from one player or the other. I see a Twilight Council after the Immortal production. I said this before, I think it was on Ley Lines, where I expect to see Glaive Adepts here out of herO. We'll see if he commits. We'll see if he commits into Glaives. And if he commits into a 2 base all-in as he's building up even more Immortals. Twilight Council's done. Show us what you got. Show us what you got. The main army's gonna be... Oh, wait, the Force Field. Oh my god! These Stalkers, they get called out. Losing 1, losing 2, losing all 3. 3 Stalkers go down. Massive catch here for herO. And we assumed it was going to be Glaives. There it is. Glaive Adepts are on the way. This is a 2 base all-in. herO, he's going to be committing one way or another. The game is going to end. The way this works here is that Glaives, they do well against they do well against Zealots. They, of course, do well when it comes to trying to pull the opponents apart between bases. And they do a great job of just buffering for the Immortals, as Stalkers do not do bonus damage to Adepts. So they just do a great job tanking shots. Allowing the Immortals to wreak havoc. 3 more gates on the way. Again, just a purely 2 base all-in. Gerald is expanding, and it's on Gerald to scout what's going on. He has yet to confirm. Gerald, he needs that hallucination. Needs a hallucination. Speaking of, does get in. Hallucination dives in and gets eyes on extra gateways. There we go. Big scout here for Gerald. He sees 2 more gates in the main, and he sees another gateway here at the natural. Damn, he knows. He has seen enough. We need shield batteries. We need more shield batteries and even more shield batteries. Gerald, nice counterattack though. He avoids the main army, doesn't force a recall. Dives into the mineral line, probes are going down. And here he commits. Yeah, he just commits. We're going for the base trade. Here losing probes, but he doesn't care. He wants to go for the kill. There's recall from Gerald. Gerald does recall back home. Nice force fields, looking down some of the Adepts. At least trying to. Does force a blink. Gerald trading well. But bleeding out Stalkers, losing 1, losing 2 Stalkers. The Adepts say shade into the main. Probes are going down. Likewise, boys are being pulled. The Prism. Prism goes down. No more reinforcements. No more reinforcements here from herO, but Adepts, they're back. They come back here with a vengeance. They shade back from the main. 36 probe kills, crippling damage. herO, he will lose 1 Immortal, but only 1. And herO, he's done it. He has done it. He has broken the back of Gerald. Just caught the Stalkers. And Gerald was trying to force a recall, but herO, he was having none of it. And he's not done killing probes, by the way. The final Immortal is finally going to go down. But that's going to be 42 probe kills. There's no economy left. And Gerald down to 4 workers. And back at home, herO has the greater economy. Despite being all in, despite being on 2 bases, and GG gets called. Well played, and herO will claim the series 3-1, becoming this week's PiGosaur Monday number 17 champion. GG. GG, well played. herO, he will claim the series, will advance on. Shout out to Gerald though, because again, Gerald, he was able to cause an upset earlier. He was able to bring down Solar, flexing his PVZ, and even took game 1 against herO as well. Unfortunately, I don't think Gerald was really well acclimated to herO. If you noticed, whenever Gerald took a third base, whenever he tried to expand, he just all in. Like, we saw a lot of 2-base all-ins this series. I mean, between both players really, but mainly from herO as well. Just hyper aggression, and Gerald at times would try to be a little bit more greedy, be a little bit more economic, and would just be caught off guard time and time again. Just caught with his pants down, caught investing into his economy, not into his army. Exactly what herO wanted. Exactly what he wanted. With that, GG. Congratulations to herO. And again, a shout out to, I mean, all the competitors, really, not just herO, not just Gerald, but Solo made it to the semifinals. We had Jumi making it to the semifinals as well. Shout out to all the Europeans that played and competed and stayed up to watch as well. I know it's a very rough time. It's a very rough time zone to be watching from the land of Europe. Not ideal whatsoever. It's like, what, 6 a.m. in the morning, depending on where you are, like 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. So crazy time to be watching StarCraft. So get some sleep. If you're out there, get some sleep, get some rest. Take care of yourselves, Pappy, take care of yourselves. And even though Gerald went down, I'm sure he is happy to just pass the hell out in his bed and to get some sleep. I'm sure he's content. I'm sure he is content. GG, well played. So we have something in. Oracle openers much stronger. For those who are unaware, sentries were they were actually buffed in the last two patches, which is why sentry openers are very meta. It's very meta to open up Stalker Sentry, as it keeps you safe, especially in PvP, and does give you plenty of scouting information as well. So again, there's a reason why it's just standard to open Sentry, and they have their place, of course, in early game PvP. But with that, GG. GG, well played, congratulations. With that, we are going to be wrapping up for the time being. If you want some more StarCraft, if you're unsatiated, bam, we got you covered with our weekly schedule. As you can see here, we had a very intense day yesterday. We had 3 casts back to back to back to back. There's a reason why I am very fatigued. I apologize for being a little bit low energy. I apologize for misspeaking a little bit, especially in the semifinals, and slurring my words. I got like 3 hours sleep today. I did not sleep well. So I'm gonna try to get as much sleep as possible. We have another cast in how many hours time? In 5 hours and 40 minutes. So just under 6 hours. In just under 6 hours, we're going to be back here with the OSC Season 12 Championship. Again, we cast twice a day, every single day, at least twice a day. Yesterday we were live 3 times a day as well, so plenty of content, plenty of casting going on on the channel. So again, later on tonight, 6 hours, we have the OSC Season 12 Championship. Tomorrow we have Code for Giants Cup. Day after that, we have the National Tussle, we have the Pondcast. Lima League is a 2-day event this week, as that is not your regular Lima League, that is the Lima League Winter Finals. The Winter Finals, it's a big bracket, big events, big invitational, a lot of StarCraft, a lot of matches. Lima League is going to be a lot of fun. Likewise, we have Kung Fu Cup Warcraft 3 edition, we have MSO, STC, plenty of content. You may be wondering to yourself, there's a couple of free days here, just to give a shout out to Euthermal, of course. Euthermal is hosting a 2v2 tournament, and he did reach out. The Cranky Ducklings, we're going to be adminning the event, so we won't be casting, we won't be live on the channel, but we are going to be working behind the scenes on that 2v2 tournament. That is going to be Sunday morning or Saturday evening, depending on where you are. In the world. So that's why we only have 1 cast on Sunday, is because we're going to be working behind the scenes for Euthermal's 2v2 tournament, just like we did in January as well. And Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, I have tried to organize and schedule myself in a way where I can finally stream. I've not laddered in like almost a full month. It's been a long time. We've just been busy. We've just been busy casting, Pappy. So I just haven't been able to ladder, haven't been able to stream. So we will have some time to stream Wednesdays. So that's going to be the plan over on my personal channel. I don't stream here on the Cranky Ducklings. We try to leave the Cranky Ducklings exclusively for team content, for talk shows, and for casting, not for like individual ladder games. Like that's something that we leave to our personal channels. We try to keep things team content oriented here on the Cranky Ducklings, or at least casting oriented. So very different Very different vibe. So if you want to tune into my personal stream, you can do so there. Again, I haven't streamed in a long time. I do miss it, just haven't had the time to, but I will have some time here on Wednesday. So that is the plan. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we're going to be back in 6 hours. If you cannot watch us live, if you want to tune into some more StarCraft though, then check us out over on all the social medias. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, YouTube, and Discord, all things Cranky Ducklings. We're all over the place. You can follow us wherever you so please. We do stream on a daily basis, and likewise, we also have plenty of content on YouTube as well. The VODs are all available on a daily basis. Plenty of VODs, plenty of content. It's all there for you at your fingertips. Plenty of StarCraft. Otherwise, thank you for watching. You can also support us via Patreon. Our Patreon actually does fund our tournaments. It funds STC, MSO, and SDO. Those are our 3 events that we do host on a regular basis. So if you want to help support us via Patreon, you can do so there, as all the money on Patreon goes towards our tournaments, 100% back towards the community, towards the players. So you can support us there if you wish. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for everything. We're wrapping up here, and we'll see you guys at we'll see you guys in 6 hours. I'm gonna try and sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. I'm gonna get as much sleep as I can, and then bam, we're gonna be back to casting. Let's go. Let us go. For now, we're gonna be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live? Who is live at the moment? Who can we send everyone over to? Just quickly double checking. Sal is playing Zelda. Bomyoja is laddering. True. Who else? We have Practice X. I haven't rated Practice X in a long time. Who else do we have? I think Sort of just went live. Okay, we can give some love to Sort of. Who else do we have? Just double checking, see if I notice anyone. But yeah, Sort of, he just went live, so we'll just give him some love. Give him some love, give him some support. Great guy, great guy. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a bunch of raids, I'm sure. As we're all wrapping up. So otherwise, we'll see you there. See you there. Gonna get some sleep. Just catching up. Take care of yourself. I'll get all the sleep. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you next time.